and welcome to the Learning Sound and Synthesis members community. My name's Raina. I am the community manager. I wanted to make just a quick little video showing you around the members community forum, how to navigate, all the different features you have available to you. Very likely, if you are already watching this video, you've probably registered an account. I'm going to go ahead and start on the account registration screen just in case there are any questions or any confusion about it. So yeah, to start this username forum, this is going to be the name that you use to log into the forum with. So for now, I'm just going to use one called demo accounts. I often use my email username for this. But yeah, this is going to be your login name. The next name, it says full name. This is going to be your display name. So you can put your full name if you want to include a first and last, or if you'd rather just include a first name or a nickname. Whatever you prefer to go by, this is going to be the name that shows up whenever you make a post or a comment or anything. So I'll keep it simple. I'll just put Demo Accounting Stun the third. Cool. And then password, I'm not going to explain how passwords work. You know how passwords work. Pick one that makes sense to you. And then set whatever your preferred pronouns are. Mine are she, her. They can be really anything you want. If you'd rather not put anything, feel free to put an NA or even just a period here if you'd prefer not to share. But I do recommend sharing. It just helps since we're all talking virtually and through text. And so once you get all of that filled out, you just hit accept invitation. Cool, and now you have a registered account. Awesome. So first things first, when you first enter the site, it obviously gives you this big notification. It's like, hey, you got your first notification. You can skip this if you want, if you have used Discourse as a platform before, maybe on the Lines forum or similar. But I do recommend clicking into this and reading the message. It's got some useful information. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start by clicking where it's telling us to click. This is our account menu here that we just clicked. And as you can see, this is our notifications tab and we have a message. So let's go ahead and click into this message. It's from DiscoBot, which is just a automated site robot that'll occasionally send you system messages and stuff. And the first message they send you is this little welcome introduction message. It's got a link to a blog post that covers all of the same information I'll be covering in this video. Again, on just how to navigate and all the different features. There's also a link to this video that you're already watching. And then some other just kind of helpful things. There's also a sort of interactive tutorial. If you follow this bottom line here, you can click this bookmarks button here to initiate that tutorial if you want to do an interactive style tutorial. So I'll let you do that on your own time, but for now what I want to do, we're going to click this banner up in the top left. See this LSS member community banner? And we're going to click that to take us to our home page. Now you can click this from anywhere on any page in the site and it'll always take you back to this home page. One of the first things I want to direct your attention to is this banner. You can see this highlighted banner at the top here. This is our community guidelines. We ask that you read through and follow these just to make sure that this space stays, supportive, safe, and constructive for everybody. But once you've read through those, you can actually dismiss this message with this little X right here, just so you don't have to stare at it every time you log into the site. And so once you've done that, this is what your homepage will look like. Now you can see there's two main columns. Over on the left here is a category column. This lists all the different categories available for you to post in on the forum. And underneath each one is a little description of the type of posts and conversations you can expect to find in each of those categories. And then this second column over here, the latest column, this is a collection of all of the latest activity happening from any category on the forum. So this will show you what posts have been made recently, what posts have been replied to recently in order of most recent activity. And that's really cool just to be able to keep track of stuff. Also on this page, there's some navigation things. There's like a categories tab. You can navigate your categories using this if you like. You can browse tags. We don't really have any yet, but you can browse tags if you like. If you just want to see this latest column, you can click this latest button there, and it'll just show you the latest posts. And then there's also a bookmarks tab. I'll explain what bookmarks here in just a second, but once you start making some bookmarks, you can conveniently, keep track of posts or replies that you want to save for later using this bookmarks tab. Last but not least, you can click New Topic to create a new post. I'll show you how to make new posts here in a second, but this is a really nice, convenient way to just make a new post from anywhere. So let me go ahead and cancel this just for the time being. So let's focus on navigation really quick. As I mentioned, you can click this top left banner from anywhere on the site, and it'll take you back to this home page. But also up here over on the right are 3 other buttons. So we've already clicked our account menu settings button. I don't know really what to call it, but your account button. And when you click it, there's these 3 different tabs. The first one is notifications, and this is where you'll get system messages, or if somebody tags you in something or replies to something you've posted, it'll give you a little notification here. This middle tab is bookmarks. So let me go ahead and explain bookmarks. They're pretty simple, so let me just click into, let me go into our general category, and remember our community guidelines appeared as that banner. They're also a pinned post here. So let's say I want to bookmark this post just to have quick reference to it in case I need to. You can click this bookmark button, and this button will appear on any post or any reply, and once you click it, it'll bring up this Create Bookmark screen. Now you can set a reminder if you like. I usually don't, so I'm going to choose None Needed. Great, and now I have a bookmark. So if we go back to this home page, you can click the Bookmarks tab, and it'll show you all the posts and all of the replies you've bookmarked. Or alternatively, we can go to our Account button, tab over to the bookmarks, and it'll show up there as well. This is great. Like I said, it works on both posts and replies, so if there's just something that you found particularly helpful or inspiring that you want to reference back to, I definitely recommend using bookmarks. And so the last tab on our account button is the Account Preferences tab. I'll let you explore most of these yourself. Summary just gives you an account summary, all of your information and stats and stuff. Activity shows all the latest activity happening from you and certain people in the forum. Drafts will take you to any unposted drafts you may have forgotten about or just want to revisit later. It's a really nice way to come back to something if you had to research or think out something. Do Not Disturb will turn off the notifications that you get in both your emails and the notification tab for a set duration. And then Log Out obviously logs you out of the forum. But most importantly, I want to highlight this Preferences area. So let's go ahead and click into Preferences. And it's here that you can do everything from change your login username, change your profile picture. I'll go ahead and set one just really quick. Just because, why not? Make it a little prettier, more personal. Which one should I choose? Oh, I'll choose this one because I'm pouty and blonde, so this one fits me. Perfect. Save our changes there. You can change your email if you so like, and you can also change your display name. Say you signed up your account with a first and last name, but you just want to go by your first name or a nickname. You can change that here and save your changes. Over here, you can also change your password and security options. You can fill out a profile. There's a little About Me section. I like scents. You can set your time zone. Location and website are totally optional if you choose. They will show up, and I'll show you how to view a user's profile here in a second, but these will show up when you look at somebody's profile. These are totally optional. I don't usually include these, but if you want to share that, then please feel free. If you ever need to change your pronouns, you can do that here. And then same deal, profile header and background and even featured topic. These all will show up on a user's profile. These are all completely optional things. Feel free to play around with them if you like. And same for date of birth, I guess. Yeah, this page has a lot of optional stuff that really just fills out elements of your profile. This emails tab, you can change your settings for how and when you receive email notifications. And something important to note here is you can actually reply to posts and stuff from your email. So if somebody tags you in a post and you get an email notification, you can reply to that email and it'll send a reply to the forum. So that's really cool. And again, you can change how you're getting and when you're getting those notifications into your email. There's also this notifications tab. This will change what notifications appear in this notification tab up at the top. And you can set those like per category, per user, per tag. It's pretty customizable. I definitely recommend going through all those. And then last but not least is interface. This will change just how the site appears to you. I like dark theme, but you can change it to a light theme if you like, or you can change the size of your text to be larger, smaller, just depending on your monitor and your preferences. There's a couple other things there that I'll let you go through. But yeah, that's the main stuff I wanted to highlight in that area. So let's jump back out to our home page here. Now next to our user tab menu, there is this hamburger menu button. This is going to be the primary way to navigate through the forum. As you can see, very similar to our home page, we have tabs for like latest, categories, but there's a few more. You can also sort by new and unread and top posts. So new posts will show you all of the new posts since your last visit, which is really cool. Or I guess it says in the last few days. But there will also be a little thing that's like, hey, this is all the new stuff from your last visit. And then unread will show you all of the posts that you haven't read. It doesn't matter if they're old or new. This is great for if you think you've missed something, you can click here and it'll just show you everything that's yet to be read by your account. You can also navigate categories here. You can see all the different categories are listed. And if you even click this categories tab, it'll just take you back to this categories home screen, which is cool. But say you want to talk about gear and hardware, you could either go to this home page and click into the topic, or you could click it from this little menu there. There's also an about, which will give you some statistics and just a quick little thing about the forum. There's also a keyboard shortcuts. I don't use these very much, but if you're somebody who likes this sort of stuff, there's an extensive selection of shortcuts you can use. So this is cool. I don't use this stuff, but if you're into that, it's pretty neat to have. And then lastly, there's this FAQ. This is really an FAQ about the platform Discourse, which is hosting our forum. So if you're curious about sort of their ethos and how they operate things, this is a good thing to read through, but also not super essential. But if you have any questions just about the platform itself, that would be the place to look. Okay, so I think that covers it for navigation. Let's look at some posts really quick. So let's go into our general category. And I've already looked at our community guidelines. That's a pinned post here. There's a couple other pinned posts. There's this like welcome message at the top. And then there's also a thread to introduce yourself. So let's click into the introductions thread. And you can see I used my moderator account to make a post. And there's already a couple people who have introduced themselves, which is awesome. So over here, let me just break down kind of what's happening on this screen. On a post, you can click a few different buttons. This reply button is to reply directly to this post here. And you can reply to really any post on the forum, or in a thread, I mean. So when you click this gray reply post, what's happening is you're replying to that specific post. Whereas you can also see there's this blue reply button at the bottom. This is just replying to the thread in general. So you're not replying to necessarily a specific post. You're just replying to the topic. So if you want to reply just generally, this is the button to choose. Whereas if you want to reply to a specific post that somebody said, like say I wanted to reply to Jenny, I would click this reply button located under Jenny's post. There's also a like button here. This doesn't have too much of a function. It works kind of like how likes work on any social media platform. It's really just a like. And then I showed you the bookmark button that you can press if you want to save a post or a reply. And then there's also this flag button. So if you think that a post or a reply either violates our community guidelines or just needs attention of a moderator for whatever reason, press this button. I don't really expect that to be the case. This has been a pretty effortlessly lovely space in my experience. But if you do feel that something needs attention from a moderator, either myself or Sarah, you can click this flag here and it'll bring it to our attention for review. Cool, so let's go ahead and do a reply. Let's do an introduction reply. I'll just say, hi, I'm a demo account. And so it'll bring up this little message. You can go ahead and dismiss this message. And what's cool is this is the box where you type your reply, and then over on the right hand side it'll actually show you what your message will look like once it's posted. So say I wanted to highlight, I don't know, my name for some reason. I can edit it over here and then it'll show you how it'll look over in this column, which is really cool. One of the most important features of our site, I think, is the ability to @tag somebody. So I'll type a sentence. I'll say, really, I'm just, and I'm going to @tag my other account. So I'm going to @tag Raina. And you can type the name and then click it here. Really, I'm just Raina making a tutorial. So when you @tag anybody on the forum, it will notify them both in their notifications tab here, and then if you have their, or if they have their email notifications set up, it will also send them an email that you tagged them. This is by far the best way to get in touch with me and Sarah specifically. If you have a question or are sharing something you made or whatever and you need to get our attention, we both have our notifications set up so that @tagging us is the quickest and most efficient way to get at us. This is the fastest way we'll see your post and be able to respond. So definitely make use of @tagging, and you can tag anybody in the forum. Um, for example, I'll just say Sarah Bell Reed is my BFF. And I'll say Jevin, who is an alum of my cohort, one of the first cohorts of LSS, is my mortal enemy. JK, I love Jevin. But just to show you how this works, cool. Another cool thing when you're making posts is you can quote people. So let me show you how to quote somebody. We'll quote Alan. And we'll highlight the part of the message that we want to quote. And when you highlight their message, it brings up this little quote button. So if we press that, it now quotes that specific section of their reply. And this is really cool because, say somebody makes a really long message about something, but you only want to reply to a specific part of it, you can just highlight the part you want to reply to specifically, and then it'll make a little reply. And you can say, "Hi, Alan. Heard the UK is rainy. Hope you're staying dry." That's silly. I'm being so silly, but that's fun. Cool. So that's quoting. Again, yeah, that's really useful if you want to reply to just a specific thing, or if maybe you want to reply to, like, I don't know, it's just a cool little feature. Some other things you can do, you can also insert hyperlinks, which is really neat. You can insert images if you want to share an image. You can make bulleted lists. You can add emojis. You can insert a calendar thing. You can make polls. You can do spoiler text. You can do, like, say you feel like you're taking up too much room. Like, say I'm just going to type spam all over. And you just feel like that's too much info for a normal post. You can, whoops, sorry, my mouse is kind of weird. You can highlight all this. Oh my gosh, why won't it just let me highlight? There we go. And then you can do hide details, and it'll make it into a little drop-down box. That way, all of this busy text doesn't show up in your post, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's a quote whole post button. You can bold and italicize. This is also HTML friendly, so if you are familiar with HTML markup, it will work in this box here. And then once your reply is all drafted out, all you got to do is just hit this reply button, and it'll reply. Very cool. I'm going to go ahead and delete it just so I don't clutter up the forum. That's actually a good thing to note here. Let me undo that really quick. So when you make a post, there's actually 2 additional buttons that show up. There's an edit button, so if you need to make edits to your posts, you can go in and click this pencil icon, and it'll open your thing back up, and you can say edit, showing how to edit. And then you can click the blue save edit button. Or if you want to delete your post, you can click the trash can. It won't let me delete. Yeah, so Discourse has some interesting features. It won't let you delete posts more than once in a minute. Also, if you delete a post, it'll wait 24 hours before it fully removes the post. So it will remove it from the thread right away, but you can still click to look at it for 24 hours. And this is just in case it's something that was deleted by accident, or maybe you need to reference back to after all. It's just kind of a nice way. And then if you did accidentally delete something, this little undo button will stay there until the post is fully deleted after 24 hours. So that's posting. Let's go ahead and jump back out. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that's about it. Let me show you one more thing. So obviously a big part of this course is sharing the sounds and stuff that we make. Um, I've made a really cool tutorial. There's a tutorial on how to get your sounds out of VCV Rack, how to record your sounds in Module 0 of the course. So go ahead and check Module 0 if that's something you're needing to find out. But once you have a recorded file, whether it's a sound file, an audio file, or a video file, I made a quick little guide just how to upload to some of the most common upload spots. There's one for SoundCloud, shows you just how to upload and set your privacy settings there. Ditto for YouTube, and then ditto for Google Drive. And what's really cool about this forum is that, let me go ahead and pull up some things to share, I suppose, is that sharing music is really convenient on this. So if I pull up a video that I want to share, say I want to share this YouTube video, I'll just post the share link. And as long as this link is on its own line, you can see over in the preview section, it will show the video in the post. Let me do one from SoundCloud too, just so we can see one from a couple different services. Oops, SoundCloud. I should have just had these links ready, huh? Perfect. So I'll post this SoundCloud link. And then you can see, since it's on its own line, it'll populate. So let's do a reply just to see how it appears. So yeah, when you share from YouTube or SoundCloud or Bandcamp or Google Drive, it works for all those kind of different services that you can think of. It'll give a little box that you can watch the media in. And members from the old forum, I think, will be especially happy about this because sharing media on that forum was a little messy and disorganized. So this is a really cool way to be able to share. Let's go ahead and just delete that post, keep things clean. But yeah, if you need help figuring out how to upload to these different services, check out this guide. There's also a link to the guide that will show you, well, I'm not logged in on this browser, but how to actually record your sounds from VCV. Okay, I think that's it. Got a little meandering at the end, but I think that's all the major stuff. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to tag us, ask away. There actually is even a questions section in the forum. We'll do our best to help you figure it out, but yeah, that's all I've got for you in this video. Happy chatting, happy learning, happy patching. Can't wait to see you all in the forum and hear all the stuff that we're going to be doing. Alrighty, later.